Ready for a career that's not just like in demand, but actually life-changing.
Sign me up.
Well, today we are diving headfirst into the world of early years special educational needs teaching.
Yeah, forget those like stereotypical images of crayons and nap time.
Seriously, we're talking about empowering these awesome kids who learn a little differently.
It's about helping them reach their full potential, really shine.
And that's what I'm so curious about. Like, what does that actually look like day to day?
It's a lot more than just like tweaking a regular lesson plan.
Right, because every kid is different. Every need is different.
Exactly. Our source today, RoleCatcher, really dives deep into this. It's about creating a whole individualized learning experience for each child.
They use this phrase, designing the whole experience. That's intense.
It is. Think about it. Some kids might need help with like basic literacy skills, right?
Yeah, like the building blocks of reading and writing.
And then others might be working on essential life skills.
Whoa, okay, so we're talking about way more than just acing a spelling test here. This is like navigating the world stuff.
It really is. And you have to factor in all sorts of different disabilities. Some kids might use a communication device. Others might need visual aids instead of just textbooks.
That's like you're this amazing mix of teacher, counselor, tech support.
And cheerleader. Don't forget cheerleader. Because you're celebrating every single victory, no matter how small.
That's what I love about this. It's education, but it's also so deeply human.
Totally. You're building relationships with these kids, understanding their strengths, and you're not alone in this either.
Oh, right. RoleCatcher talks about the whole team aspect.
It takes a village, You're working with parents, counselors, therapists. Everyone's coming together to support that child.
Wow, that's a lot of collaboration.
It is, but that's also what makes it so rewarding.
Okay, but real talk for a sec. What's the job market actually like?
Well, RoleCatcher projects a 3% growth rate for special education teachers between 2019 and 2029.
3%. So, like, there are going to be jobs. That's reassuring.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a demand for qualified people. As awareness of learning differences grows, you need people who can actually support those learners.
Makes sense. So, okay, let's say someone's listening and are like, this sounds amazing. How do I become this kind of teacher?
You don't just wake up one day with, like, a magic wand. It takes work.
Yeah, but where do you even start? What are we talking, like, degree-wise?
It's not just one degree. It's about building a foundation,
Okay, I'm listening.
So yeah, a special education degree is great, obviously.
That's kind of a given, I guess.
But RoleCatcher also mentions early childhood education, psychology, child development, anything that gives you that solid understanding of how kids learn.
Especially kids who learn differently.
Exactly. And they specifically call out communication disorders, occupational therapy, speech-language pathology.
Which, I mean, when you think about all the collaboration we were talking about,
it makes total sense. You need to understand all the different pieces of the puzzle. You're constantly learning from specialists in other fields.
So you're not just a teacher, you're like a learning engineer or something, building these amazing support systems.
Love that analogy. And speaking of systems, we got to talk about tech.
Oh, here we go. Hit me with it.
RoleCatcher is all over how technology is changing the game in special ed.
I bet. We're not in the chalkboard era anymore.
Not even close. We're talking assistive tech, communication devices, specialized software, even virtual reality programs.
Whoa, virtual reality. Okay, that's next level.
It's about breaking down barriers, creating truly inclusive learning environments. But that means teachers need new skills, too.
So it's not just about knowing how to use the tech, but how to actually integrate it effectively.
Right. Troubleshooting, adapting as new tools pop up. It never gets boring.
It's like being a lifelong learner, but on steroids?
Pretty much. And it's not just in the classroom that tech is changing the game, by the way.
You tell.
RoleCatcher has this whole thing about using AI to actually land a job in this field.
Oh, okay, we are definitely going down that rabbit hole. But first, let's take a quick break, folks.
All right, so we're back and ready to dive into the world of AI and job hunting.
My brain needs a reboot after that last segment, so hit me with it.
Okay, so picture this. You're scrolling through job postings, right? And suddenly, bam, there it is. The perfect early years SEN teacher position just waiting for you.
Okay, my heart rate just went up a little. I can feel the excitement and the competition.
Oh, for sure. Everyone and their dog is vying for those dream jobs.
So how does AI fit into all of this? Give me the secret sauce.
Well, RoleCatcher claims that AI can actually give you an edge. Uploading your CV to their platform is like step one.
And then what? Does it, like, sprinkle magic fairy dust on it?
Kinda. Their AI analyzes everything, your skills, experience, even the language you use.
So it's reading between the lines, like some kind of superpowered recruiter.
It's more like it's building this mini profile of you as a candidate.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture. But how does that help me stand out from all those other applicants?
Well, it also analyzes the job description. It figures out exactly what they're looking for.
Oh, sneaky. So it's playing matchmaker between your qualifications and their requirements. Love it.
Exactly. And this is where the real magic happens. It compares the two and tells you how to tweak your CV.
Okay, now that's just cool. It's like having a personalized cheat sheet for job applications. What kind of tweaks are we talking about here?
It could be anything from adding specific keywords to highlighting certain skills.
Keywords, right. Those pesky little things that make or break your application.
For real, though. But it goes deeper than that. Like maybe you have experience using a specific type of assistive technology.
Oh, I see. So instead of just saying, I'm tech savvy, I can actually prove it.
Exactly. Or maybe the job description emphasizes collaboration.
Which, as we discussed, is huge in this field.
Right. So the AI might suggest adding a concrete example of how you collaborated with therapists or specialists in the past.
It's like this AI is reading the interviewer's mind before they even meet you.
And it's not just your CV. It can even check out your LinkedIn profile, make sure everything's consistent and you're presenting a strong professional brand.
Okay, this is next level stuff.
It's all about playing the algorithm game, right? You know those applicant tracking systems?
Oh, don't even get me started on those things. They're like the gatekeepers of the job market, scanning for any little reason to check your resume in the no pile.
And they can be brutal. But using AI to optimize your application is like giving yourself a fighting chance. You're basically speaking their language.
So it's like using those assistive technologies we talked about earlier, but for your career. Leveling the playing field, giving everyone a fair shot.
I like the way you think. It's about using tech to break down those barriers and create opportunities.
I am here for it. But let's be real. Even with the perfect CV, you've still got to nail that interview. Any AI tricks up our sleeve for that part?
Oh, you know RoleCatcher has you covered. They've got this massive database of interview questions, like over 120,000 of them.
Okay, that's a lot of potential questions. My palms are already sweating.
I feel you. But here's where the AI swoops in to save the day. It analyzes those questions, figures out which ones are most relevant to your target job, and then generates personalized practice questions just for you.
Hold up. It's creating a custom quiz based on real interview questions.
Yeah.
That's amazing. No more generic, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses nonsense.
Right. This is the real deal. So you're not wasting time practicing for questions they'll never ask. You're focusing on the stuff that matters.
Okay, that's brilliant. But I'm more of a visual learner. Does RoleCatcher offer anything beyond just like text-based practice?
They've got you. They have this really cool video practice feature. You record yourself answering those AI-generated questions.
Oh, I see. So I can see my own nervous nitticks and ums and likes and all those little things that creep in when the pressure's on.
And then, get this, their Copilot AI analyzes your video. It gives you personalized feedback on everything, from your body language to the content of your answers.
Whoa, hold on. This AI is like judging my every move and word. Intense. What kind of feedback are we talking about here?
It'll tell you if you're, like, fidgeting too much or using too many filler words, but it goes deeper than that, too.
Okay, lay it on me. Give me the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, it might suggest ways to make your answers more concise, you know, or to really tailor them to the specific job requirements. It might even point out that your passion for working with kids really shines through, which is always a good thing.
Oh, I like that. So it's not just about fixing the negatives. It's about highlighting your strengths, too.
Exactly. It's all about boosting your confidence and helping you put your best foot forward.
Because, let's be honest, job hunting can be brutal on your self-esteem, especially when you're passionate about a field as meaningful as this.
You said it. But if AI can help ease some of those nerves and highlight what makes you amazing, well, that's a game changer, right?
Okay, I'm convinced. AI for the win.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder if this technology can help individuals. Could it be used on a bigger scale? Like to address some of those systemic challenges in education that we always hear about.
You're thinking big picture now. I like it. And it's a valid question.
Right. Like imagine if we could use AI to make the hiring process more equitable, or to connect qualified teachers with schools that desperately need them.
It's like taking this incredible technology beyond individual success and using it for, like, social good.
Right. Okay, now we're talking. Solving the world's problems, one algorithm at a time. But before we get ahead of ourselves, RoleCatcher mentioned one more thing I wanted to touch on, the career compass.
Ah, yes, the career compass. It's
Ah.
one of those features that really sets RoleCatcher apart.
Well, don't leave me hanging. Tell me everything.
All right, so imagine a high-tech tool specifically designed for your career journey.
I am intrigued. Keep going.
The career compass helps you explore different career paths, figure out your strengths, and set those long-term goals.
It's like a self-discovery journey, but for your professional life. I like it.
It's about taking a step back from the day-to-day grind and thinking about the bigger picture. Where do you see yourself in 5, 10, even 20 years?
And how do I get there? Yeah, that part's always a bit hazy.
Exactly. But the career compass can help you break those big, scary goals down into manageable steps.
So if I'm dreaming of becoming an early years SEN teacher, but I'm not sure where to start, the career compass can point me in the right direction.
Precisely. It can help you explore different specializations, connect you with relevant resources, even identify any skills gaps you might need to work on,
So it's not just about finding a job. It's about finding the right job.
and then crafting the perfect plan to actually get there.
It's like that saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Mm-hmm.
And in a field like early years SEN teaching, where things are constantly changing and evolving.
Planting those seeds early is crucial. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground in this segment. AI, career compasses, and everything in between.
I need a nap after all that.
Me too. But before we hit the snooze button, let's shift gears and wrap up this deep dive with some final thoughts. Okay, we're back, and my brain is officially buzzing after that deep dive into AI. But before we wrap things up, I kind of want to circle back to the heart of it all, you know?
Get back to the why.
Exactly. Because it's easy to get caught up in the technology and the job hunting and all that.
But at the end of the day, it's about those kids.
Yes. I think that's what really struck me about RoleCatcher. It's not just about, like, filling a quota of teachers. It's about finding people who genuinely want to make a difference.
People who get excited about those aha moments. The ones where a child finally grasps a concept or masters a new skill.
That's the good stuff right there. Those are the moments that make all the challenges worth it.
Totally. And it's not just about the kids either. You're there for the families, too.
Right, because it's a team effort. We keep coming back to that, but it's so true. And honestly, that's what I'm taking away from this whole conversation.
That sense of community.
Yeah, like, we're all in this together. Educators, families, specialists, all working together to create a world where these amazing kids can truly thrive.
And where they feel supported, encouraged, celebrated for who they are.
Exactly. So, to anyone listening who's feeling even a little spark of interest in this field, my advice is simple. Don't ignore it.
Dive in. Explore what's out there.
RoleCatcher is a great place to start. And hey, maybe AI can give you a little nudge in the right direction.
Who knows? This could be the start of your next adventure.
And on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Until next time.
Keep those brains buzzing, everyone.
Yeah.